It's so important to forgive, forgive others, also forgive yourself. In the Bible, there are so many things about forgiveness. Of course, like Jesus forgave us. And the verse that always sticks out to me is when Jesus is, he's speaking to his disciples, and Peter, he's talking to Jesus. He's like, Jesus, how many times should I forgive my brother who's wronged me? Up to 7 times? And Jesus, in his infinite wisdom, he said, no, not 7 times, but 70 times 7. 70 times 7. And that's just to say, keep forgiving. Keep forgiving. And I know in this world, there are so many situations or things where you say, like, that's unforgivable. I can never forgive that person. And, like, if someone comes up to us and they say that they apologize to us. And as believers, if we don't forgive them, God won't forgive us also. That is something Jesus has spoken, and that's such a scary thought. Is it not? Like, oh, if I don't forgive this person, God won't forgive me. It's so crucial for Christians to forgive other people that come to them asking for forgiveness. We have to be those who have a humble heart, those who are willing to forgive no matter the circumstance. Now, of course, with forgiveness, all right, there's forgiveness, but there also has to be, of course, boundaries, If there's like an abusive relationship or somebody is dangerous, is danger to you, common sense, all right? Use common sense here. Of course, we can forgive, but still have a clear boundary, all right? And because we still remember the thing is still there. Like a forgive and forget. It's possible to forgive, but I'm afraid for us, we can't forget. For people, we can never forget because the pain and the scars are there. The Lord is able to heal the scars, that's true. But the memories are still there. And so there has to be some wisdom with it, of course. Always forgive, but have wisdom with the boundaries, all right? And why am I talking about this is because in the world right now, I see so many young men who are walking with so much bitterness in their hearts. Sometimes men aren't so good at expressing our emotions or how we're feeling, and sometimes that comes out in anger or just in quietness and we ignore. But in the bitterness, it causes us to view people in the wrong light, even after they say they're sorry. And I say, oh yeah, I forgive you. But actually, in my heart, there's still bitterness and I don't really forgive them. Well, a good example someone gave me when I lived in India for forgiveness was they showed like a big bottle, and the bottle is our heart, and forgiveness, or not forgiveness, but the bitterness, the stones of bitterness are like these stones that are in the heart of, like they're in our heart, and like if they're hard, they can't come out. And when you try to pour in God's love into that vase or into that bottle, like the stones, there's so many that we can't fully accept all the love that's coming in because it overflows out. We can't accept it all. But if with forgiveness, when you take out those stones of bitterness, then you can receive more of the love of God and you're able to receive it and then also able to give it. So for me, whenever there's someone who hurt me, and maybe the person doesn't even know they hurt me, but I know they did, I have to forgive them in my heart. Even if they don't come to me and apologize ever, I need to forgive them in my heart. Because I know, like, hey, they wronged me, it hurt me. I need to forgive them. So I always imagine, like, Lord, right now I pray, take away any stones of bitterness in my heart and replace them with your love. And every time I do that prayer, then right away, that bitterness feeling is gone, that anger feeling is gone, that feeling like, oh, it's my right. They wronged me. It's not my anger, like I don't have to hold on to it. I can be free. I give it to the Lord. I give it to Him. I don't have to hold on to it. I can be free from it. And you could be free from it too. Whatever anger you are holding right now, give it to the Lord. Whatever bitterness you're holding in your heart, give it to Him and ask Him to replace that stone of bitterness with His love, His water of love. And I believe you will feel refreshment right away and just a weight off your shoulders right away. And of course, is it difficult? Yes, of course. It's so difficult, every time to let go of something because we want to, take hold of that hurt. Like, this is my hurt. It's mine. I have the right to be angry. I have the right to not forgive that person. My right, my right, my right. As believers, we don't have any rights here. As believers, the only person who has rights over us is the Lord, And so we have to obey him. We need to forgive. And so that's all I have to really say to you today. And just to encourage you, forgive whatever, feelings you have in your heart, give it to God. And I believe he'll bring refreshment and a newfound love for the people that hurt you in your life. It's really another piece of advice as well. Pray for the people that hurt you. It's hard, but pray for them. It's really hard to hate someone you pray for. It's really hard to curse someone you pray for. Because when you pray for them, you start to see them how God sees them. And when you see them how God sees them, then you love them because God loves them too. He loves them. And he wants them to come to know him. Here, I'll give you a story. I always go on tangents here. So when I was living in Taiwan, there was this one person, I won't say their name, but there's this one person who hurt me actually with the words that they said. And I was thinking, I want to confront them. I want to tell them they hurt me. I had all these different thoughts and all this anger. But I said, Lord, I gave the same prayer. I said, God, take away any bitterness of anger out of my heart. Replace it with love. I forgive them, even if they don't come. And then I also prayed, Lord, speak to them. I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to, make myself look right or anything. But I trust God is able, the table shook, to show himself to them. So the next day, I met this person and they came to me and said, Eli, I am sorry for what I said the other day. God showed me that what I said was wrong. So God's able to speak to other people. We always think, I have to speak to this person. It's my responsibility, but God's able to speak to other people. He's able to show the wrong in other people. And even if he doesn't, that's okay. I trust him. And my responsibility is to forgive. My responsibility is to love them, not to hate them, to love them, and to love them and see them as God loves them and sees them. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Yeah, but do your best. I'm praying for you. See you later.